Hello everyone, I'm meteorologist Jay Carsons from the FSU Weather Storm Center, where we're talking about Hurricane Irma, our tropical update here. Very active time of the year. We're in the peak of the 2017 hurricane season, and it's really showing if you look at these current names. We have 3 active hurricanes, a rarity for the Atlantic Basin. Category 5 Irma, Category 3 Jose, which was just deemed a major hurricane at the 5 p.m. advisory, as well as newly formed Category 1 Katia, which is going to be strengthening just a little bit more. We're going to get further into that later on in the Bay of Campeche. Here's the Saffir-Simpson hurricane scale, and obviously the big focus here is Irma, which has been a Category 5 storm for days now. Winds as high as 185 miles per hour with this storm sustained. Category 5 is anything from 156 and above. And Category 5 hurricanes are capable of complete devastation with regards to both wind and storm surge. We could see storm surge over 20 feet in some areas that are directly hit by this hurricane. So obviously it is of major concern for all of us in the meteorological community. Here's the satellite showing you all 3 of these storms. This is Jose, which has begun to be better organized. You see this eye forming as the day has gone on today with its rapid intensification from Category 1 to Category 3 storm. Again, Irma right here above Hispaniola, just north of it, and then Katia, which looks a little bit more disorganized in the Bay of Campeche, going to be drifting in that area for the next day or so before a gradual southwesterly track towards Mexico. And we're also watching a wave that's starting to move its way off of Africa. Not of immediate concern because it's no threat to land right now. But here is Irma. It really hit the northern Leeward Islands hard, as well as parts of Puerto Rico, although they did not receive a direct landfall here. Currently north of Hispaniola, approaching longitudinally, at least, the Dominican Republic and Haiti border. The Turks and Caicos Islands, as well as the southeastern Bahamas, are in the direct path of Irma, which has maximum sustained winds of 175 miles per hour with gusts above 200 are possible with this, and it's continuing this west-northwesterly track. And you see right here, Florida is the big concern for us with this storm. Here's Katia out in the Bay of Campeche. So eastern Mexico needs to really take a look at this one. This is going to be strengthening, potentially could become a major hurricane, although the forecast has it just strengthening into a Category 2 storm before it makes its landfall. Again, a southwesterly track is expected with this hurricane, and with that comes a big-time flooding threat because it's not really much of a fast mover. And here is Hurricane Jose out in the open Atlantic right now, but it's beginning to follow a similar path to Irma. Hurricane watches have been issued for the northern Leeward Islands, not quite over towards Puerto Rico yet, but these areas that were hit incredibly hard by Irma could be seeing hurricane force conditions again in the next 72 hours or so. So, of course, our thoughts and prayers are with all of you out there in islands like Barbuda and St. Martin. Here's the Irma cone. Again, this is as of 5 p.m. Here on Thursday. Continuing this west-northwesterly track, hurricane warnings out for the Bahamas as well as northern Cuba. And here is the focal point of our concern, at least with the lower 48 right now, is South Florida. The current center of the cone has it making a landfall in South Florida here early in the day on Sunday, and continuing this northerly track where a trough will be kind of pulling it into the continental United States here. So we could even be seeing hurricane conditions in areas like Savannah, Georgia, even up towards the Atlanta metro area. So not just a Florida concern, but obviously in terms of immediate threat, this is a major issue, as we could be seeing potentially Category 4 to 5 intensity with the storm. Here's Jose, again, taking the similar track to Irma, at least initially here, with hurricane watches out for the northern Leeward Islands. You also see tropical storm warnings just off to the west of that. Crossing here as a major hurricane, a Category 3, before beginning a slight weakening trend here, what you tend to see when Irma moved its way on through this area, cooling some of those sea surface temperatures a little bit, and therefore helping to weaken this thing just a little bit before it begins a bit of a drifting pattern out in the open Atlantic early on next week. And finally, here is Hurricane Katia. Again, going to be beginning a southwesterly track, not expected to become a major hurricane, although with the way things have been going this season, a rapid intensification is certainly possible, as it already exemplified when it reached Category 1 strength. So again, another flooding threat is a potential with this. What we're going to do to finish this up is go back to the Irma cone here, because this is obviously the big focal point, being such a powerful storm. Again, we could be seeing tropical storm force conditions in South Florida as early as Saturday night here. and Tallahassee is not necessarily out of the cone yet right here. They're right on the edge. And with a storm this massive, it does not take a direct hit to be impacted rather significantly by the storm. So you're going to need to keep an eye out on this. It's been great to see everybody preparing, going out and getting water and all the other supplies that you need to stay safe for an event like this. So for all of us here at FSU Weather, stay safe and enjoy what looks to be a pretty nice night ahead.